if I'm Bob Iger, I think that's the move, bro. That's what I would do.
Their fight scene in the car. That was
As a consumer, I think it's a stupid move.
guys. We've been through it, okay? We started. I don't care. This is the what do they call it?
We do our intro.
This is
No, there's no intro. This is raw. We're doing
This is
it raw.
guys. Welcome to the Slate podcast.
Podcast where we talk about
Where we talk about movies, psych. We haven't done it in months. So
we talk about
we're here.
Yeah. Wait, who's leading this? Welcome to the Slate podcast, the podcast where we talk about movies, music, and media. I'm Dario. And then we have Michael here.
That's me.
Okay. And George.
Great start, guys.
I'm here.
Great start.
And then who's on the other side of the world?
It's me.
And I didn't even want to do this pod, but here I am leading.
Listen,
I
just to
guess.
be transparent, we didn't want to do this at all, but Jeff convinced us. Somehow.
Yeah.
I hate this intro.
Yeah, well, you didn't want to do it, so this is what we get. Thank you for watching. We're here to talk about Deadpool and
Wolverine.
Thank you. And
Wolverine.
there he goes. And yeah, this is a mess. We haven't done it in a while, but we're back because Deadpool and
Wolverine
just came out, and we had to talk about it because a lot of cool things happened, and Comic-Con just happened as well. Maybe we should talk about that a little bit too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, let's get started. Should we just jump right into the movie, or you guys want to talk about some news and Comic-Con first?
Do it.
That's that's smaller news, so we should probably start with that first.
Okay.
You think the Comic-Con movie
It's small.
Then the movie itself.
than the movie? I don't know about that.
I don't know. Arguably, maybe not. Arguably, maybe
Wait,
not.
what microphone? What microphone is Michael using?
Dario's.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, we're kind of sharing.
Gotcha. You should put in, I don't know, in the middle or something. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Is this work? I just don't.
I gotta lean this way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Like best buddies. Okay, that works, I guess.
Like best buddies.
Like
what do you
best
mean?
buddies.
Hey.
Alright,
What do you
bro.
mean? If you want to start with the
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con news, yes, we can start with that. I guess, the biggest news that came out of Comic-Con is the Robert Downey Jr. announcement. So, I don't know, man. I think it's like mixed feelings, because on one hand...
What's the announcement? What's the announcement? What happened?
Oh, good.
Explain
good.
it a little bit.
Thank you, Terry. I haven't done this in months.
Yeah.
The announcement is that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back, and he's going to play Dr. Doom in the next two Avengers movies, or the first Avengers movie, Avengers Doomsday, which will be directed by the Russo brothers. And I'm already seeing some mixed feelings. Some people are so hyped, like, yeah, Robert Downey Jr., the GOAT. And then on the other end, you have people that are like, wait, we're not gonna get the actual Doctor Doom origin. Like, what is this? So I'm already seeing a back and forth. So to be honest, man, I like Robert Downey Jr., so I'm interested. I want to see what the Russo brothers have. So
Yeah. I think this
I'm down
muddies
for it.
the waters a little bit, and I believe the internet is completely split. Like, some people love it, some people hate it, and I think it's just the RDJ of it all. Like, what do they have in mind? Like why him? Why bring him back? We were all done. He's Iron Man, and now he's playing a different character. We never seen this before. I think there's an opportunity of doing something unique here with him. But when the movie comes out, if it didn't have to be him, then people are gonna be like, why not cast just anybody else?
Yeah.
Why come back? So I think they must have a really good reason for it.
they're desperate. That's why.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Be honest.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna be honest.
Talk to me.
I was telling them earlier, and I stand by it. This is a money move, is what it is.
Yeah,
For Marvel.
It is.
This is not. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but this is not a move that they're making because they care about us. It's not a move that they're making because they care about the movies, Jeff. I promise. It is literally
It's-
for the check, because it's just like Daryl said when we were talking about it earlier. Are you gonna see it? You haven't even seen anything about it. Are you gonna see the movie?
Well, here's the thing, though. Put yourself in their shoes. You know, you're Bob
Right.
Iger. You're in the office. You had a bad day at the house with the wife. Now you're like, you need to make a decision to save the company. What do? Disney has been going down. It's been a downtrend ever since Endgame. We've had some spikes, you know, with Spider-Man.
It's a low point.
It's you need to save the company. You're back, bro. They brought him back to save the company. So what do? You got Robert Downey Jr. on speed dial. You can just call the man. You can call the Russo brothers.
Is that really what you do though?
If I'm Bob Iger, I think that's the move, bro. That's what I would do. Like, I need to save my company, you know? I need to keep paying for my cars and my mansions. So
That is true. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's a business move because.
But do you blame them? Do you think?
I don't blame them.
Like evil.
I don't blame them as a company. I guess I can't really say it's the wrong move, but I think as a consumer and as somebody who actually cares about the content that they put out, I think it's a stupid move. I don't think it's a good move at all.
Really?
Yes, I hate it. I actually hate it a lot.
You hate it? Okay,
yeah.
I like this.
I've developed. Earlier, I was like, maybe it's okay. It's not okay,
So it's
Jeffrey.
personal. It's personal now.
It's personal now. I was on the phone with Kevin. I told him.
You have Kevin Feige's number?
I took it from you. It was on your phone, and
dude. Yeah. Dude. Well, okay. Kevin Feige too. Like, I don't. It's just I think you're right. Like, it's a desperate move, and I think I blame all these other movies that came before that have been ruining Marvel's image. You know, like they started dropping movies and shows. They're like trying to make money. I think they hear the fans, and I think this is an outcome of that. I don't think they ever in a million years thought, let's bring Robert back. You know,
I agree with you on they hear the fans, but I think there's a difference between hearing them and listening to them because they hear us. Thank you, I appreciate that. They're hearing us say we want Dr. Doom and we want Robert Downey Jr. back, and they said, "Oh,
yeah,"
and they put them together.
I told them like they've showed their age and they showed their wallet.
Oh, okay,
you know, and it's like their wallet's kind of empty now, and then their age is showing like, oh, they just hear on the surface, fans want Doctor Doom, fans, and fans have been saying like we should have Doctor Doom to replace that whole Kang thing that's been going.
And that's a good idea.
It is, but we didn't. It's like we did ask for this, and they could like point at us and say we asked for this.
I guess.
But
did we ask for Robert Downey Jr. or we asked for Dr. Doom?
Both. Some people have asked for both.
We've been asking for both.
Yeah. Technically, we've asked for both in general, but it's like they just made that move. Like I agree with everything. It's like to save themselves. Really.
Here's a question: you think this move came from Kevin Feige?
Am I taking the mic?
Bob Iger, or this move came from the top, like the top office, like the Chinese that own Disney, like from China, and they're feeling the pressure, so they're like, "Crap, what do we do, bro?" Like,
the only thing that saves this announcement for me is the Russo brothers. That's about it.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else, I'd be hesitant on seeing the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with Robert Downey Jr. in it?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, he's just an actor. Not just an actor.
Whoa.
We're talking about it, and if it's bad enough, and look at, like, this is a terrible comparison, but Madam Web, it was so bad that people talked about it and didn't even bother to go watch it in theaters. So that can happen with these movies too. So.
Yeah, but I think Marvel has been suffering so bad lately that the new movies have been doing so bad, and no matter who they put in the movies, they have some stars come in and do this and that, but really the directors are the ones who the storytellers, and actors are very, very important. They can carry the movie with their performance, but if there's no story, no pacing, no good directing, and I think the Russo brothers have done enough movies and have hit it out of the park enough where we can trust them. And that's where I'm leaning in this is having Robert Downey Jr. back makes no sense from the way we see it. Again, we don't know what they're planning, but from the way we see it, it makes no sense. But having the Russo brothers there gives me faith that whatever it is good. And to Michael's point that he was making earlier, is like, are we gonna go see it? It's the brothers. It's Robert Downey Jr. We're there.
We're gonna see it.
We're there. We're there.
It doesn't matter.
I would argue that Robert Downey Jr. has more weight because the Russo brothers as directors, I hear that they missed a lot after they finished with Marvel and Endgame. They dropped a few projects and they were all missed. I've never seen them, but the word was that they weren't good. So are they good directors, or are they just good Marvel workers?
Well,
In this case, it doesn't matter because they're making a Marvel movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Are they good at making superhero movies? Yes.
Are they good at making action movies?
Yes.
100%.
True. Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their lowest point for me after Avengers was probably the Gray Man, and that was okay, but it wasn't terrible. It's just that's it.
Yeah.
But they've also produced the Extraction movie.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Those are amazing movies.
But produce is not the same as directing.
But if they're there,
But they're there. They're involved.
they're involved big time.
But see, I even heard something where for the longest time, like their names were in the Everything Everywhere all at once. But then I heard that they didn't do anything. It was just like a quick little credit. So that makes me a bit like, does that even mean anything?
It's hard to say, but Kevin Feige also did that. He produced movies in the Fox era, and they didn't listen to him. And then once he got Marvel, and we had all these great movies in a row, you can say that it's because of Kevin, and he was just he's still only a producer. He's never made a movie.
Yeah.
So the Russo brothers,
true.
their names attached to it means something. And whether or not they can make other movies that are not superhero movies, I guess that's debatable. But in Marvel, in superheroes, they know their stuff. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they went out on Avengers Endgame was great. And they took a break. And then Marvel fell down. And now they're back. I think Marvel is making some course correction
That's a Hail Mary
that they need.
It's the biggest Hail Mary.
They're trying to fix themselves, and it's obvious. And I think that it's too obvious because now it's getting to a point where they're really clawing at straws. I think. I think the Russo brothers. That's fine. That doesn't destroy anything that's already been created. But casting RDJ as Doom, that's like Daryl said, it's muddy and it doesn't make sense, and it's I just don't think that it's creatively the right decision. Now, as a business decision, I think yes, that's probably the right thing to do, but I just don't like it.
There's this weird relationship that you can lose respect for these companies when they do things like this. You know, like nobody takes Fast and Furious seriously anymore, right? That's universal. But it's the fans' fault that they make more of those movies. So it's like you lose enough respect for a certain franchise. Oh my God, look at Star Wars right now. They're suffering.
And Marvel's getting to that point.
Yeah.
In the media and everything like that, Star Wars and Marvel are kind of coming around to that whole like, it's just more popular to hate now than it is to try to enjoy those movies because of just the recent projects they've been putting out. And then so you do this, and I can't speak from the mind of the people that enjoy this casting. I guess they're just happy to see arguably the best MCU actor back. But in my opinion, this is just not the way I wanted to see him. I mean, I want, if we're going to have him back, don't we want Iron Man back? I feel like that's like, I'll
say you convinced me. I actually now hate this move, but I say that if you bring him back, might as well have him do something different because you don't want to see him do the same thing, you know.
I don't know about that though.
The thing is, like, you brought him back as Dr. Doom,
Right.
It's like no one wanted that.
Well, we don't even know. We don't know if he's playing a Tony Stark multiverse.
Variant. It's probably gonna be
Variant.
a variant. I hate the multiverse
Yeah.
so much. I'll
Yeah,
get to that.
it's most likely that.
Jeff,
And maybe
can I ask you a question? I'm sorry.
maybe-
What were you gonna say?
Yes.
Go
No,
ahead,
no,
Jeff.
I was gonna say maybe he'll
Go
kill
ahead.
it. Maybe he'll, once time has passed and everybody's just accepted this business decision, then we go watch it and maybe he'll kill it. But it's like it feels like a cutoff between the relationship between the business and the consumer.
And I'll say this real quick. If it's a variant, oh man, I almost spoiled Deadpool. And
Spoilers. No, if you're watching this, you might. We're spoilers.
yeah, but
baby.
we haven't gone into the spoiler section of Deadpool and
Wolverine.
Stop being safe, Dario. Go ahead. Drop the spoilers.
no. We gotta. Give
It's
a
gonna
word.
be in the title of this video.
All right, all right. We're going into the movie in a little
You ready
bit.
for this?
Spoiler alert! If you
Wolverine's
haven't
in this
watched Deadpool and Wolverine, huh? What do you say?
Ben Affleck is in this movie too.
Yo,
What?
I didn't know that, Jeff. Oh,
Yeah, Tom Hanks is in the movie. But what I was gonna say, spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it, Chris Evans is in the movie. This is true. This is true, and this is true. Jeff, have you seen it?
that's the
Oh, my bad.
I actually haven't seen the movie.
Chris Evans.
Oh snap, Jeff, you should have
I
watched it.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we were gonna watch it during
Nah.
this
Okay.
together at once.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys, live streaming.
I thought he was being
Wolverine.
serious.
No.
I thought we were all gonna watch it together right
Yeah.
now.
Well, Chris Evans shows up, and everybody thinks it's gonna be, Captain America. And then turns out that no, it's Johnny.
Johnny Storm.
it's-
the Human Torch.
The Human Torch. And so they already set up that an actor can come back as a different character, and they look the same,
Probably did it
and
on
they
purpose.
think it's the same one, it's the same character.
Probably did on purpose too.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of suspicious that as soon as this movie comes out, then they announce, Robert Downey Jr.
Now we can't say like, oh, how does that work? Because we just saw it.
Yeah, we literally just saw it. We saw a character, not just a character. The second biggest, Iron Man, and then Captain America, or you might say Captain America, the two leads of the Marvel phase 1 through 4 or whatever it was.
MCU, basically.
Yeah, coming back now. Of course, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as a more lead. He just made a little cameo, but it's possible. It's possible. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you a question. Oh my gosh, what was it, dude? I don't know. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was.
We're not gonna move on until you can think of it.
All right, I got you.
The people love this.
No, I remember now. I actually remember it. So
Yeah.
you said earlier that that I convinced you to hate the decision or whatever, and then after that you were like, you said, I disagree though on the part where if he's gonna come back, you would want to see him be somebody different. Can I ask you why?
I would hate to see him play the same character because it's like we already saw you play Iron Man for years, and there was a nice ending to the Iron Man character played by Robert Downey Jr. So if Disney's desperate and they bring Robert Downey Jr. again, might as well have him do something different.
Right.
And I wish I would have thought of this, but I heard someone else online say that it's kind of poetic that it all started with him. He became the greatest hero in Marvel in the MCU, and now when Secret Wars, which might be the last movie in this whole thing,
Yeah, okay.
is gonna end with him as well. Like being the greatest villain. It's Secret Wars. It's supposed to be huge. But
Right. Yeah, I guess.
there's something poetic about that, but yeah. But the more I think about it too, is like, gosh, man, they were really desperate. Like they really.
Did you like that Hugh Jackman came back as Wolverine for the Deadpool movie?
I love it, but I know I love it because it's nostalgia. Like we grew up on Hugh Jackman.
Right.
Like these movies go way back, like 20 years ago. Like you weren't even born yet. Like we were little kids. Like this man has been in our lives. So like,
Right.
they know what they're doing, bro. Like as soon as you put Hugh Jackman in that suit, they know. Like we can't help ourselves. We are gonna watch it no matter what. That's nostalgia,
And how old were you in 2009?
2009. I was 3 years old, bro. I was.
That's first Iron Man.
When he was first Wolverine, this was like 2003, 2,
Oh, snap.
One, I think.
2001.
Oh, yeah,
I was like
I
5.
wasn't even born. I was,
Bro, you
I
were
wasn't even
swimming.
alive. I
were
wasn't even
swimming.
swimming, boy. I was.
He was just waiting. He was just
I-
waiting.
I was just idle.
You were by
I
the-
was.
You were by the pool, bro, with the floaties.
I was waiting for my turn in the pool,
Bro,
man.
you were with the floaties. Just
Wait. How weird is it that at that point you were not in existence? Let's get into this. So
I love
you were
this,
not
yes.
alive.
you weren't even. Wait,
2001.
what year
And
were
now
you
you
born?
are.
I'm alive now.
Yeah, but you weren't then. The war was happening and you were not there.
That is true. Something,
What are we talking-
Michael,
what are we talking about?
something else happened in 2001, and I wasn't alive for that either.
Yeah, I don't remember,
Yo,
but I was
hold on.
alive.
Wait, wait.
Let's get into that. So September. No, okay, all right.
It's not a conspiracy.
okay.
It was an inside job. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Michael, what year were you born?
2006.
Oh my goodness.
Brother,
You're old, bro.
you weren't. Oh, we're getting old, bro. Okay, so you weren't around for X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men 3,
I mean, I
Spider-Man 1,
watched
Spider-Man
them,
2.
but not when they were created. No, because I didn't.
No, but
You've seen
we're,
them.
we're in the
I've
we're
seen
in the
them.
topic of things that happened when you didn't exist.
Okay.
So many things happened, Michael.
September.
Life was great.
So many.
But
things
Jeff-
happened when we didn't.
Yeah. We've only been alive for
You know,
a
the
certain
world
amount of
was
years.
created
the world's old. Many things have happened since.
before us.
Spider-Man 1 happened when you didn't exist.
I guess you think about when he existed, but he didn't.
Jeff's like,
Are you gonna get like your great grandfather and he's be like, oh Jeff, the Trojan horse, it was crazy.
Hey, bro.
it was wild.
All right, we're derailing. I'm sorry about that. So
One more thing.
Okay.
06 was the year that I came to this country, that I migrated.
in
I
2009,
No, I'm
2009 is Iron Man, right? And that's
2008.
2008. Well, I came to this country in 2009, so a year after
Oh, wow.
Iron Man came
That's
out.
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah,
Bro, we're getting old, dude.
2001 was,
and then
Michael, we don't
2001,
have to-
a little bit.
Spider-Man came out. Spider-Man 1 came out in 2001.
Yeah, that's
what I
right.
was talking about.
Or 2002.
We're getting into that month, 2 months ago. Anyway,
We're getting
Yeah.
old, bro.
we're old.
Oh, don't remind me, bro. Yesterday was my birthday.
Yeah. I was gonna say, George is older.
You're 29, right? You're 29,
Yep.
George. I'm 28.
Hey,
Damn. Sorry, you old.
Hey, bro.
Did I just done shittle you? You guys get
Done
that?
shit on me?
Yeah, you done shittle.
Listen,
Anyways.
we're not getting older.
Jimmy Hart.
We're getting wiser, okay? We're
Yeah.
getting wiser. I think life is a beautiful thing, and you gotta live one day at a time,
it's also painful.
one breath at a time. You know.
Jeff, you're an inspirational poster. What's going on? Why are you talking like like the quotes? The memes.
Enjoy your singleness. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to say.
Jeez.
I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move forward. Into
Okay, go ahead.
the
I'm trying to get
movie.
personal.
I'm just trying to have
Okay.
fun. There.
So me too. That's why I brought it up 9/11.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was
leave
my.
that. Hey, leave that in. Leave it in.
Clip it. Send it.
Leave it in.
Holy cow.
This
Okay.
man's unhinged, bro.
Don't clip that. Anyway,
Say it again.
Deadpool and
Wolverine.
came out in theaters just a couple days ago. We saw it, and let's go into it. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
There's a girl Deadpool in this.
Great movie. Should we start by rating it, and then like we did before, and then
I think that's a good idea.
yeah. All right, Jeff, you go first.
Okay, my rating. But before I give my rating, I just want to say that this was another movie that I went to see with a friend. There was no girls there, so
that was my next
it's
question.
okay. To all my single people out there, it's okay. You can go to the movies. You don't have to worry about this nonsense that society, So it's okay. Take yourselves out to the movies or
The
go with
movies
a
are
friend.
for everybody.
with their homie.
Did,
Yeah,
did, did
there's
you
no-
and your homie? Did you and your homie get a couples discount, or was that?
No, some people thought we were that, but
Okay.
no, we're
Right.
You know.
Well, that's because
I mean,
you
now
took
that
girls to
I
the
think
movies,
now
that's
that I
why,
think
Jeff.
about it, sorry, what?
No, I said anybody go to the movies. I think everybody's allowed to go to the movies regardless.
Movies are-
No, yeah.
You should run for president. The way you
feel-
said that.
I feel like I should. Do you think I would do good?
Mike, I would vote for you, Michael. I would vote for you.
I think everyone should get to go to the movies.
Da, 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 da.
Anyway, the president. You guys saw what happened. Former president.
Hold on.
We're gonna we're
Wait.
gonna cut that out. We're gonna cut that out.
There's on a roll today. Bro. I'm loving
He's
it.
swinging. He's swinging.
He's swinging.
Just things come to mind, and we can talk about anything.
Yeah, dude.
That's the power of the internet.
Yeah, we can talk about anything.
It just goes by so fast, right? Like,
Flies
it's
by you.
crazy. It just flies by you, dude. What was the question there?
Rate the movie. What did you think? 1 through 10.
I give it 5 bullets. I mean stars. I give it 5 stars. This is sick. Wait, hold up. No.
We don't rate by stars. We've never.
Bro. Yo, tomato. No, I'm kidding. Okay, no, seriously. I think this movie. this. We're gonna cut that out.
This is where we start losing the audience.
Oh, clip that. If you clip there, you gotta get clipped too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, seriously though. I'm glad the president's okay. We don't condemn.
Okay, all right.
What's the word? We don't consent.
You didn't.
We don't
We
consent.
had. We had.
Condemn. We don't condemn violence on anybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's
move
not.
on.
It's not okay. It's not okay. Okay.
Well, thank God you said that. Now we won't be canceled.
We're killing the joke. Like somebody tried to kill the president. All right, let's
All right,
move forward.
we're actually gonna leave that one in. No. Okay. No. Deadpool.
we're-
Deadpool.
Rate the movie.
God,
Way too long.
just wait.
We lost it, bro. Hey, might as well keep going. Let's go.
Let's just go. All right.
And but Biden is not even running for president anymore.
Rate the movie.
That boy's
Jeff,
red.
go. God dang it! I just waited
Okay.
for you.
Okay, Deadpool. My rating for Deadpool. What can I say? Deadpool was a beautiful mess. It was very well crafted, but yet you can see the imperfections in it. It's a nice hot cup of tea, but there was a little fly on it, so I had to get that out of it before I enjoyed this movie. Dario, what I'm trying to say is that I really enjoy this movie.
Only
Oh yeah, why you? I'm listening.
Word.
Okay, no, okay. If I give it a rating out of 10, I would give this a movie at 8. I think it was really entertaining. It had some really good jokes. The CGI was the only thing that kind of bothered me sometimes. There's some plot holes or things that they're too convenient sometimes. However, I think, and I'm 28 years old. I love Hugh Jackman, so if you put this man in this movie, I'm automatically gonna probably love it either way. So I had a really good time, and I would recommend watching. I really want to go back and watch it again. So I had a good time with Deadpool.
George.
I give it a 9 out of 10. This movie made me feel things. I teared up in a lot of moments actually, and I think the way they handled both Deadpool and Wolverine, despite the nostalgia, handled very well, especially Wolverine. And this is a nice goodbye letter to Fox, I'd say, like the whole Fox universe. So yeah, I really liked it, and I would like to see it again. I do. The reason it's a 9 is because there's like maybe 2 things that really just pulled me out of the movie. But other than that, really fun time, great action, and yeah, Hugh Jackman and back as Wolverine. I was here for it, you know. And I'm glad they didn't disrespect Logan, even though, you know,
Well,
in a way they did, but like they didn't just say, "Oh, we're going
Respectfully.
from respectfully." They didn't say, "Oh, we're going from Logan to this one." It's just like, no, Logan's. That's the end. This is another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
So
ahead.
The floor is yours.
I really, to my surprise, because I was a day one hater.
Yep. By the way, none of us were.
I was not excited at all. I didn't think I was going to see it on the first day, so I'm glad Jorge got the tickets. But I actually really enjoyed it a lot. Like, it was a really, really good film. It was a great breath of fresh air in this toxic, horrible phase that we're in right now. I agree with Jeff. I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. Super enjoyable movie, very funny, action-packed. My main concern, which was like, I felt like this movie was going to be one big cash grab with the cameos, turned out to be, at least in my eyes, I guess they fooled me if it was, because I didn't think it was. I think it was actually made with a lot of passion, and I feel like you could feel it when you're watching the movie. So I liked it a lot. And for once, well, second time, because No Way Home, but it's a multiverse movie that didn't make me want to rip my eyes out when I left the theater, because, and we'll get to that when we talk about the movie, but I'm really tired of the whole multiverse thing. But I watched it and I didn't think about that the whole time. So it was good. 8 out of 10.
Nice. Very nice. All right. I'm going to keep my quick and easy. I actually agree with George. I think it is a 9. I don't know if because my expectations were so low, I didn't really like Deadpool 2 as many people. Although I've heard someone say that they like it better than 1. They like 2 better than 1. But this being the third Deadpool movie, that's what I consider it. I think it works in everything that it tries to do. I can't really even see how they could have made it better, other than maybe showing more of the Wolverine past that he's struggling with. But I think the humor works most of the time. It doesn't have a lot of corny jokes. They do Deadpool really, really well. And then I just agree with Michael who has said I think it's made by people who really care about the character of both of them. Both Deadpool and Wolverine. I think they care about them in a way that we haven't seen it before. And I think it's very obvious when you don't care about the character. I think like Madam Web is like one of those movies that you can kind of feel like there's no passion here. They're just making a movie, you know, versus Ryan Reynolds, the perfect Deadpool, and then you have Logan, what's his name? Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like the two main stars are just like great actors for those characters, and pairing them is a great idea. When I heard that Wolverine was coming back, I was like, again, kind of what I feel about Robert Downey Jr. Does he need to come back?
But that's the thing. It's like this is a case of they listen to us in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't feel like they're pandering. They just wanted to make this, and we can get into the specific, but it has something to say. It has heart. Like the characters do go on a journey, and they treat them correctly. And I don't know if it was worth him coming out of retirement for that, but it was not a letdown, at least. And I really enjoyed it. I want to watch it again. I think that for me is a great test. Like if I watch a movie, I'm like, I would watch that again. That's her ranking high. When I watch a movie, I'm like, I don't need to see that again. That's not good. I love rewatching movie. I enjoy movies better the second time, and I'm excited to see this one again. So yeah.
That wasn't short, but
no, oh shoot, my bad.
that was
My bad.
Yeah, that was actually pretty long. So
yeah,
Sure
you-
was.
well, it is a podcast, right? So I can do that.
Hell yeah.
But I tried. I guess I didn't try. I got excited when I started talking about it. But yeah. Let's get into the parts that we really like about the movie. Who has something?
can I say something? Okay.
No, you
I
can't.
feel like
George, go ahead. What you wanted to say?
by all means.
Just
Like the part when Jeff wasn't
Alright.
there.
Hey, why are you being disrespectful in front of the audience?
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry,
my bad.
Okay. I know it's out of love. I know you love me.
Yeah, I don't need to say it. So
Okay. So, this is just another observation that I had. I think this was the first time that I watched a Marvel movie. And I guess it goes back to like how we're getting old. At least tell me if you relate. And anyone watching that's older than 25. This was the first time that. Sorry, Michael. This was the first time that. This was the first movie where I guess I wasn't following as hard as other movies in the past. Even going back to No Way Home.
what do you mean
Like
following?
I've always. Here's what I
How
mean.
Jeff is. Where
Oh,
he's telling us
following
every day.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
an
yeah,
update
Here's
on
what
the
I mean.
movie.
Yeah, like watching the videos and getting hype. You know, like, yeah, come on, posting about it every other week, like I used to. This was the first movie I think that I'm just doing life and I'm busy and I'm doing other things, to where it almost caught me by surprise. Like, oh snap! Like it's time
here,
for
yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like I knew about it, and so like, but I wasn't really thinking about it like I do in the past. So it was a nice surprise when I started having hype the day of and the day before, like, oh yeah, nice. And then I get to the movies and it felt really great to like sit down, and I haven't been thinking about this movie as much, but then they just give you amazing content, you know, like it was such a great movie that I was like, oh nice, like this was worth it. Like, but it almost made me wish, like, gosh, I wish I was hyped for this, like I used to be. You know, like back when I used to follow it.
But I have something to say about that.
Yeah. So let's get you kind of alienated everybody who's under 25, but
True.
let's hear from an under 25.
You know what?
So-
I'm tired. I don't know why I said that.
So I'm not on. So I'm not above 25. But
Humble brag.
yeah, I just flexing that.
We don't discriminate here. I was
No, we,
you know.
okay.
Straight
No,
up
but the reason I think it's funny that you said that. And here's why. Because I'm young compared to you guys. I'm a lot younger. And I think it's funny that feeling that you're feeling, like about like you're caught up in life and you're not as hype about these movies anymore, but then you go and sit down and you watch this one and you're like, dang, I kind of wish I would like I was how I used to be about these movies. I think that it's funny that you tried to relate that to your age, because I disagree with you, because I'm way younger than you and I felt verbatim the exact same way. And I think what it actually is, I think it's the fatigue of these films. I think that's what it is, because, and I can see why you try to get age into it, because I have a younger cousin and he still really loves Marvel, and that's because, you know, he's younger, he's still in school and stuff
More
like
time.
that. So yeah, he has more time to be excited about that stuff. But I just started life, so I have more time than you guys still, but I have less time than when I did before. And I think still, even with me having a little bit of advantage on you guys with time, like, you know, I don't live alone yet and stuff like that. Even then, I still felt the same way. It just kind of like, Jorge texted me before I flew here, and he was like, "Hey, I bought us tickets for Deadpool Thursday," and I was like, "Oh, I actually forgot that it was even coming out Thursday," and it's like I said, like if he didn't buy those tickets, I probably wouldn't have gone until like one of my friends said something about it. Not that I didn't want to see the movie, but I just didn't. It wasn't something that, after all these movies that I was super hyped for, and then I sat down and I'm watching it and I'm like, dang, like that was a movie I should have been excited for. That was a movie that I should have been keeping up with. Like that was a really good movie, and I think it really has to do with that Marvel fatigue that's happening right now.
Yeah, there might be something to that, because even like 2 or 3 years ago, we were talking about like, no, people are not tired of superhero movies. They're just tired of bad superhero movies. But I think you have a point too, because like, to my example again, like I'm always too like the one that would buy the tickets and I would do everything. Somebody else bought the tickets for me this time, and
Exactly.
then I ended up not being able to go with them, and then I just bought tickets literally the day of, which is weird for me because I've always been the guy like I gotta get the tickets. Like they can testify about that. Like No Way Home, I was on top of that. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I
made
was too.
sure we are. So-
I drove all the way to Orlando to see it in an IMAX theater.
Yeah, I was there with you guys.
Yeah,
So
Oh yeah,
I think you.
that was on.
I was there
Yeah,
too.
I think
Like
you're
what?
right, bro.
Sure, you're right.
I think we might be getting to a point where, yeah, like we're doing life, and you're right. You know, it's not about the age, but especially for the older guys like me, like I guess it's gonna get to the point where it's like, all right, guys, like either you just have to stop making these movies, or like you're gonna become the new Western. You know, like nobody
Exactly.
really cares. So like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
damn.
It makes too much money, I think, to be forgotten like that. But I think that what I was gonna say to that was just it shows the state of Marvel right now. We just had too many misses for anybody to be excited about anything, and that's why I wasn't excited about this. We had too many flops. You guys need to do something, and I think that's probably what they're doing with Doomsday, and they're really trying to get back on track. They make money. I think Marvel does care about the fans, but it's just about hiring the right person. I think Ryan Reynolds and the team behind Deadpool just care about
I think parts
Deadpool.
of Marvel do care about the fans.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
to that, this is like the only thing. I don't know about later in the year. Is this the only thing that's come out for Marvel?
That's it.
movie-wise?
Yeah.
This has been the only
Been a
thing.
while.
Yeah, they're cutting
That,
back.
for me is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
Especially that,
yeah.
it's good. Dude,
Yeah,
do that more.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
dude.
used to have to wait a year, right, for a Marvel movie? No, like it would be like
Heck,
a year
more or
or like
less.
6 months. Like
When it started, it was like 1 or 2 a year,
Yeah, like
and
It
then
got to 3.
it got
there was
to
a
like
point where
3
it
or
got
4 a
3.
year.
they were,
Yeah,
like pushing
It got-
it.
it got
And then the
to-
shows, and then it's like
After Endgame, it started.
really.
Yeah.
yeah. It was like 4 a year. It was like
And
that
then
was too
shows,
much.
and then a
And
week.
shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can we get into the movie? Like, what do we like about the movie? Like can we get specific?
I mean, I think
No.
the cameos, it goes without saying, the cameos really make
Okay,
a lot of the
so-
movie.
I think okay. So
You said something before. Would they understand this movie if not
Oh.
for watching Loki season 1?
and
My
two.
homie that I went with, he hasn't seen Loki at all. None of the shows. He understood.
Well, fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't confused.
Prove me wrong.
There you go.
Yeah. And they also do focus groups and stuff like that, I think, to make sure it appeals to more people. You know?
Yep.
I was going to say the thing I like the most about this movie, and maybe that's what we're resonating with, is the character arcs in the movie. I think they really made sure to give both Deadpool and Wolverine a character arc. They both need something. They both change, and they both learn something. Deadpool learns to not fight just for himself. That's the whole point at the beginning. He's like trying to get into the Avengers because he's like, I need this. I need something right now to make me feel good. Maybe being a superhero will do that. And that's when they're like, well, you're coming at it from the wrong angle. You don't do it because you need it. You do it because they need it. And then exactly that happens. His friends are in danger, and he needs to save the universe, not because he needs it, but because they need it. And I think that's a great lesson for Deadpool to actually become a superhero. Maybe then they talk about like him having something with Thor in the future. Like, you have a greater purpose. He's being set up.
That was a funny joke, by the way.
And that was his brother, right? That was that was a Hemsworth, right?
No, was it?
That was Chris
That
Hemsworth.
was Chris Hemsworth.
No, that wasn't Chris Hemsworth.
Hey,
That
was it?
No, it was like Liam Hemsworth or Luke
didn't notice.
Hemsworth.
I thought
I didn't notice
took
that.
footage from the Dark World.
Isn't that when Loki dies? in
Yeah,
Dark
it's
World?
when Loki dies in Dark
I thought that's
World.
what that
That
was.
did not look like Chris. That looked like the other brother. Because I just watched
look it up while you
I just watched that Chris the Hemsworth movie. It's on Netflix right now. Badland or something like that, with the other two Hemsworth, with Luke and Liam Hemsworth, and I think that's the other brother.
Fun fact: there's a third Hemsworth.
Yeah,
I did
and
not
he's
know
an
that.
actor too. Yeah. I think that's Luke, right? Luke Hemsworth.
Sure.
I think that's the guy who was in that cameo. It wasn't Chris. I'm pretty sure because I just saw
That's
him in
funny.
that movie.
That's funny if it is.
If it is, they got me because it didn't resonate with me because it looks exactly like that scene
Well,
where Loki dies in the
yeah.
dark world.
Yeah. Well, then it's Deadpool like.
Yeah, that was,
Like whatever. So my point is they're setting him up to actually learn how to be a superhero, and then with Wolverine they did this really cool two things where they respected the character. Am I wrong?
did y'all
It's
see that?
it's reused footage from
Oh
Thor
no
Dark World.
way!
Camera.
It's reused footage from Thor Dark
From
World.
that one,
So,
Dario,
anyways,
you did not speak.
Anyway,
Yeah, Daryl,
so they're
pass
being
the mic.
set up. He's being set up and then Wolverine. So
man, you were sold on it. Too.
I was so convinced.
Michael, you hold the mic, Michael. You hold the
Nah,
mic.
Michael.
Mike cannot have the mic.
was
So now I'm all messed up. Okay, the two things with Wolverine. They respected the Wolverine arc that he finished in Logan.
Respectfully.
Respectfully speaking, with the Deadpool twist where he fights everybody with his, that you can see that as disrespectful. It was a fun sequence. But they made sure to say, no, that guy is dead. Then they made sure to say, we have many different Wolverines. And then they grabbed the worst Wolverine to help him, that failed, to give him a second chance to not be the worst Wolverine. And then the third thing I thought was cool about respecting Wolverine is that there are no Wolverines in the void. They keep saying, make sure that, we don't have a Wolverine here. It's kind of cool that you're here. And it's because Wolverine in every universe, he's so important that they can never need to prune him. They always need him. So that's the respect they have for that character, to say, Deadpool, there's 1,000 Deadpools. They get rid of Deadpools all the time. But Wolverine, there's nobody there. And even the guy who's there, it was because of Deadpool, he brought him there. So I thought that was really nice. And there's just like a whole arc for both of them. So I think that was probably something why Hugh Jackman would sign on to something like this, because he saw like, okay, this actually is a movie. It's not just...
Yeah.
You feel like they need it, like both of those characters.
Yes,
You feel like
yes.
they needed that and each other, despite. Speaking of them two, chemistry-wise, they killed it. Like, I was sold on their relationship, their love-hate relationship, and then it turned into something beautiful and heroic at the end, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll add. Oh, sorry, Michael. You were gonna go.
No, I was just saying I agree.
True. I'll add. I like to add that the jokes were also very funny. Like
Yeah, they were funny.
a lot of the jokes worked for me, and even the little, callbacks. Like I would laugh every time he would make a callback to the Thor joke. Like he would wake up, oh Thor, or like the baby knife joke. Like every time he went to use the baby knife, baby knife. It's so stupid, but like, I think a lot of it worked. You can tell that I heard that there were 5 writers in this movie.
God.
Including Ryan Reynolds. So, but you can tell like they really went hard with the writing, the jokes. The one that made me die the most was the Peter joke at the end. When Peter showed up as Deadpool.
Yeah,
Dude, that was so funny.
Oh, bro, Peter's a
Yo, that's effing Peter.
Can you guys help me understand that? Because I actually don't understand what's the hype about Peter.
He's from
That-
Deadpool too.
They said
Oh,
every
he is?
Deadpool in every universe has a Peter.
Has a-
Yeah,
Okay.
so like, and Peter is essential to
Bro.
Deadpool.
Peter's the goat.
So,
All right.
and he was like, "Enjoy my Peter."
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, what about the cameos?
Yeah.
I mean, they brought some very old characters. We have Blade.
And non-existent characters.
Like Gambit.
Yeah.
Oh, Gambit. Yeah, Gambit was.
Gambit.
No,
No,
he
he-
didn't. Nothing happened with that guy.
No.
He was the inside joke is that there was supposed to be a Gambit movie with him, but it never got made.
Gotcha.
So that's why they keep roasting Gambit as well.
Yeah.
I think this is a good testament to how you do a cameo in a superhero movie. They didn't just. I mean, those are cool too, but they didn't just show up, say hi, leave. You know, they
Doctor
used,
Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. They use them, and they're part of the story. You know,
When did that happen with Doctor Strange? When did that happen?
Doctor Strange 2. No, I meant in Doctor Strange 2. They
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
the way the cameos were done,
Yeah.
some people
Yeah.
don't like.
so
Yeah.
I think that's like if you have them, use them to the best of your ability. You know, and
Yep.
I didn't expect Elektra at all. I would not have put money down that Elektra would come back for this. So that was
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie, by the way.
And I like how they joked about Ben Affleck too when she showed up.
Yeah,
There were so many meta moments, you know.
Yeah, Blade.
But yeah.
Gosh, that was a stacked team. You got Blade, Gambit, Deadpool, Wolverine, Elektra, yeah, and then you got X-23.
X-23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. I thought that
I her scene with Hugh Jackman, I felt it, bro. Like it was really touching, you know.
yeah. He
Like
if there's anyone he would like spew his guts out to, it would be her. And that's when that was a moment that I choked up a little bit.
I gotta say, I think my favorite running joke was the Canadian, Deadpool. Like the guy with the dog.
Nice pool.
Nice pool. That he just comes back. Oh, sorry.
sorry.
my dog there. And he just comes back. He's just like the nicest guy. And
I felt bad when he freaking
He
when he
died.
got shot up at the
Yeah.
end. I was like, why are you doing it to this
yeah,
man?
but he's like, how long does it take you to regenerate?
Regenerate.
He's
He's like, regenerate?
I
Poor
think
guy.
I've been shot.
I honestly
Bro,
thought
when
that Deadpool was gonna kill him.
Well, he
They did.
He did.
Well, the other, I mean,
He did.
like,
It was murder.
He murdered
no, I
him.
mean like our main Deadpool.
That was murder, bro. He
Bro,
absolutely
he killed him.
bro.
I mean, it's his fault.
He didn't know he was gonna die.
When they were, he knew that was the joke.
Yo, also one of my favorite parts, no lie, is their fight scene in the car. That was
That's so awesome.
that was freaking great. Like that
The
conflict-
music too.
The music and like the grittiness of
But
it. They went rated R.
Yeah.
They took
But the argument just before the start was so real because
Yeah, that was a good scene. That
it
whole
was
car
a great
scene. Yeah.
when he's pissed and he tells him off like you're just a buffoon who can't stop talking and all of that, and like it hits home. Like you can see, even though Ryan Reynolds, even though he has a mask, I don't know how they do it,
Yeah.
but you can
You
tell
feel
he's like, oh, that hit for him.
Yeah.
To the guy who's always joking, and they just go at it.
He's like, I gotta fight you now.
You're Wolverine, but I gotta punch you because that was not cool. Because he just really called them out, and then they just fight there for hours. Like they can't kill each other,
Yeah,
but they
it's
can
like
just
the rest
fight.
of the afternoon through the
Yeah,
night.
they take
through the
forever.
morning.
They exhaust themselves.
And
trying
they're-
to kill themselves.
That's hilarious,
When
but it
you-
was so well done.
Yeah. Oh,
And then when you came back, the camera pans back. Freaking Deadpool's like,
he's wrapped in
yeah. No, man. Yeah, so many moments that are funny, man. Like, oh, the bus scene at the end when they
Yes.
run through that
That was
bus,
so sick. That
and when
was so
Hugh
awesome.
Jackman puts on that mask, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, that mask looks so good on him. It looks perfect to me. Like
Perfect.
When
The
he,
CGI.
maybe, but like just the way it fits, and like when you see him
Yeah,
having
yeah.
a conversation with it, and he slides it on. I was like, it looks so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it looks great there when he puts it on, and when they're fighting, the CGI there in that one shot, it's a little but it's a cool fight scene. I think where it
Yeah.
lost me was when they were just talking, just before they go into that room, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I gotta do it. That scene, it looked a little weird. I don't know why. Like it's a
Yeah, I
little
can see.
silly
No.
Maybe they
when you
didn't
just
have it, and then they just a creative decision. They were like, maybe we should have it a little more. You know, the mask. We should have it a
Right.
little more.
And he just has it on the whole time, which is fine. But when he's just standing there in that close up, it looks a little weird. Just in that close up, I don't know why. Maybe it's just.
But I also like that it was a clever way to like use it for comedy. So like at the end when they're both doing the thing, and Hugh Jackman's clothes ripped off,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
mask still on. That's
yeah.
funny and clever, bro. Like we know that's not really Hugh Jackman, but like it's like
it could be.
Hey, look, that's
It
Hugh
could
Jackman.
be. He's Jack.
Nah,
He's,
you
that's
think
his
that
name.
was Hugh Jackman?
That's a huge.
Bro, it's his
Jackman.
name, bro.
Yes.
Hugh Jackman, man.
There
Huge
you go.
Jackman.
It's in the name, bro.
It's in the name.
So he's jacked.
He was born there.
And he's like, oh, those abs. Like, he's looking at his abs.
But that's why I'm saying that they kept the mask because that's obviously a double. That's not really Hugh Jackman.
Oh, I thought that was him.
I thought that was just them.
No, that's why they kept the mask. Dude, this guy's like old.
That's not
Like,
Hugh Jackman.
Respectfully.
No.
Are you saying
He's
that
ripped.
he's not Hugh?
I bet you
Jackman?
that it's not. I bet you that's not Hugh
it
Jackman.
is. I bet you.
I thought the joke.
Can
was
we
that
look it up
Deadpool's
right now?
About to die, and he's looking at his abs.
Yeah.
I thought that was the joke.
But I think he's
No,
saying
I
that.
think the joke, because you know how Hugh Jackman's known back in the day for doing that, like when he
Right.
was in shape. I think he's just too old now to do through all that thing. So that's why they kept the mask on
Ew.
while he was doing that.
That dude is still jacked, man.
Look it up right now. Let's look it
What
up.
am I gonna look up for that?
Hugh Jackman's abs and Deadpool.
Go on the private browser.
I don't even know how. I would have to look up specifically if he played in that part. I don't know.
They'll reveal, but
Look up Deadpool 3 shirtless scene, Hugh Jackman, fake or no.
Don't look that up.
fake or no.
Don't look that
I
You
believe,
might want to go to the private browser.
I believe you, Jeff. I think it could be not him. I believe it, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that is him.
The only reason I don't believe it is because there's that famous shirtless shot from that other movie, The Wolverine.
Oof.
That he's just standing there like this and
Yeah, yeah.
shirtless. It looks like that. Like it looks the same. His
Right,
eyes
That's
are
the,
the same.
of course, that's the point, to make you think.
I think
but-
most likely it's not him. I think I agree with Jeff. Most
I'd
likely it's
rather
not
think
him,
it's him.
but I also think it could be because he could be that jacked.
No, it
still.
could. It could, yeah.
I mean, he's older,
be.
but he's wild, man. I mean, you saw his arms the whole time he's wearing the costume. But
Custom.
yeah, that and
Custom.
but you can see his arms at some point, and then he's shirtless in that one scene.
Quick thing. Did you notice anything weird about his arms? Because there were rumors that a lot of those scenes, it's actually CGI.
Oh,
arms.
yeah.
Because Hugh Jackman has had a history with like skin cancer, I think.
Yeah.
So a lot of scenes he had to be wearing sleeves. So they went in post in CGI and they made it look like it's sleeveless.
I didn't notice.
Did you
that.
looking back? You didn't notice?
No, I thought
That's
it was
not
his
what
arms.
That's not the perspective I heard on that reason. But
Really?
the perspective I heard is that fans weren't cool with the whole long sleeve version of his costume.
So they went back.
So they went back, sleeveless him. That's not a word.
Wow.
They made him sleeveless.
I get sleeveless.
You know that
To be
YouTube
more-
channel,
to be even more comic accurate. Yeah.
that YouTube channel made a video about that. The guys that watch the
Yeah.
special effects.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about your perspective of that.
Huh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How's
I
that?
thought-
How's that Google search going?
I
Michael?
thought it was 100% him.
What'd you say?
The only thing I found to take it, however you want to take it, pause. But I saw that there's a lot of like articles talking about the workout routine he went through to get back in shape for the movie. Now that doesn't mean that that's him at the end, but it makes it more of a possibility that it could be him, because it said that he went through like an extensive 6-month workout to get back into that Wolverine shape for the movie. And a lot, like 6 months isn't a lot of time, but you know how these Hollywood actors are. They go through the most
Sempic.
extensive.
Yeah. And I do remember an interview where Ryan Reynolds was talking about that. He's like, I can't believe he's real. Like when he was working with him, like I can't believe what he does to his body. So
It could be him.
it could be him. We
I
don't
thought
know.
it was. I thought the joke was like they're about to blow up and die, and Deadpool's being gay, bro, and he's looking at this dude's abs.
That's it.
I thought that's
that's what it is to me. That's it.
It is, yeah. I mean, it could be. I mean, maybe Jeff is looking a little too into it.
Yeah.
Stop staring. at
But I believe it. I would believe it,
was-
if that wasn't
yeah.
him. I believe it either way.
Yeah.
I think if they went the easy route and they got a body double, great.
I had a feeling that maybe they might have like done some CGI
Well,
on that. I think it might be
imagine-
him, and they just made him look a little better. I think.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
how
that could
many doubles Deadpool has. It's like,
Yeah.
in terms of filming.
Guys, let's spend 30 more minutes on his body talking about this.
Well, he's a very good
Okay.
looking man.
Actually,
Let's talk about
I
his
wanna
biceps
put-
now.
I want to bring up a picture real quick, if you guys allow it.
Hold on. What are you about to bring up?
Okay. Okay, fine. No, never mind.
What was it?
Siri, close my 3 windows that I had open.
What was it?
They were open before
Never
the
mind.
pod too.
You don't know that.
You can't prove that.
All right, we get. It's getting late.
No, what was it?
We're gonna have to.
No, he was.
No, I was joking. I was
Oh,
joking. I was joking. We like to joke around.
You got me. You got
No,
me.
we haven't even talked about
You got
the
me.
villains.
Oh yeah, see that's what I was gonna mention.
That's a.
And we spent like 10 more minutes because it's getting late and I gotta work tomorrow.
Me
yeah,
too.
that's
gotta-
fine. But so in the comics, that's like a pivotal person, and then it's not
Cassandra Nova.
like Cassandra Nova, sister of Professor X, Charles Xavier.
In the comics, she blew up a whole island with millions of mutants. She became known infamously as the person that murdered millions of mutants
Was it
in the
Krakoa?
comics.
Yeah.
No, it was before Krakoa. It was Genosha.
Yeah, she definitely seemed OP in this. Like it was
A
like,
little bit, but they did make a point where she was like,
I mean, you need it because the two main people can't die.
yeah,
right.
So this, if you're gonna use her in a movie, this is the one.
yeah,
She-
I mean, but she can kill them. And she can just
yeah. Well,
Well, they'll come back from that.
they'll
Though.
come back from that for sure.
They
they'll heal
they will
from
come
that.
back from that.
They regenerate. Regenerate.
you can't say it either. Against
Regenerate.
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 Renegade.
No, Dario. Regenerate.
Smith said renegade.
Anyways, no, but I think she can kill them easily though.
Yes, but she made.
She can just like their head off.
No, she can't.
Ah,
again.
She made a point to say that she's not as powerful as her brother because she actually has to touch them.
Why to read their mind? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But-
Professor X just has to sit in a chair and do everything he does.
Yeah, but she just.
She has to like get
The-
in there and touch their head. And
yeah, to read their mind, but she can just.
yeah. do
The way
that.
she killed Chris Evans, yeah, like that was wild.
That boy Johnny.
That boy
But
Johnny is
Chris
so
Evans-
dead. He is so dead.
So dead. He's so dead.
No longer with
Uh,
us.
And Deadpool proved that. It
Yo,
wasn't
why they
his
doing
fault.
like that?
It's funny. That's it. Okay, what I was gonna say about the villains though, not super,
Intuitive.
not super developed.
Yeah.
I think, but I don't think it was necessary because the movie's already 2 hours, and I think they were trying to do a lot. So I think the way they went about it was perfect because if you were to spend more time on the villain, then that means less time on something else, and there was already so much in it.
They
so
know why we're going to see it.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
They
So-
know. Just give us the team up. And
They chopped that off to give more room for probably Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah,
Basically, like.
And in a way, Marvel has already conditioned us to not care about the villains so much. Like,
right.
like
wrongly,
wrongly.
most times it's a mistake not to do the villain. But I think for this was
Majority.
the right choice because
It's not vital.
it's not
it's not
vital
very
to
vital.
their story because they're not trying to. They're just trying to get back
Out
home,
back.
right?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like they're trying to
But-
hunt down the villain or anything like
But by
that.
making her like OP and then having this other guy on the TVA like not be like they're just like he's like, oh man, like I wanted to use Deadpool, but if I can't, whatever. So I think making them less, notable, like less important into to the movie worked out perfectly because that gave more time to the character development, and then again, like you said, not being able to die, and not even really needing to fight her because how can they fight her? They can't. They decided to focus on something else, and I think that was just like the right choice.
Yeah.
for
I love
this.
the
I think
stakes sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna the small thing. I love the stakes they're always put in. When you're immortal,
Yeah,
you should give
it has to
your
be high.
characters mortal problems, right? So there's this part where like they need to get the Juggernaut's helmet on Cassandra to make her powerless to kill her, right? Blah blah blah. So they do that, but then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, we need her to get home, right? So it's like, oh, but we have to take the helmet off. Oh, but she's gonna kill us. Oh, but like all these things build up to like good stakes, and I was like, it makes me have to do less thinking, and just sit there and see what's gonna happen.
I'll say though that's one of my minor criticisms is how they get out of that though, because they just able to talk to her, and then she's like, okay, go. Like she lets them go. And
like
about
3
that. You don't
seconds
like
after
the-
that, she's like, I'm evil again. and I'm
I'm back.
yeah.
But she's not even trying to stop them. She doesn't care about them. But she lets them go. And that happens twice. Like with her, she just lets them go. And then when they're fighting all the Deadpools, it happens again where they like kill all of them. And then they all come back. And it's like, oh, shoot, how do we get out of here? Peter comes back. Okay, go through.
Yeah, I think
like
that's a common
I
thing
don't really
in,
like that, though.
In this Act 3, that happens repeatedly. Even when the part where they're holding hands and they're about to blow up, I thought they're gonna die. Like there's nothing that can go out of this. And even the dude says like they can't survive.
yeah, but he said if one of you.
that doesn't mean anything. It's
No,
like just because
no,
there's
no,
one more
because
person, that doesn't mean that they
I
can't
knew
die.
it. I knew it.
No.
Yeah, I heard him
No,
say it.
that
The
doesn't mean
TVA guy, he literally
No,
said it.
because the
He said
excuse-
if one of you goes down there, you're gonna die.
So what difference does it
So
make
so
if
I
the
thought
second person
Deadpool
is
was
in there?
gonna die. And then when I saw Wolverine come, I said, I know what they're about to do. They're about to survive because now there's two of them because they're powerful. They're more powerful together. That's the whole point. Love and peace.
Well, here's how I saw
Love
it.
and peace, man.
But no, they come back and they're like
Love, peace, and
We're
positivity.
just awesome. Like Deadpool says, we're just awesome like that. And I'm like, I guess that's a good excuse of how you survived.
Yeah, it's a little thin. I'm not gonna. I agree that the way they get out of stuff at the end,
It's kind of hard because they can't die, so they put them in situations where the stakes are too high for them to be able to just fight their way out. And then so now it's like, well, what are we gonna do now? Because how are we gonna explain that they got out of that? And it has to be something
That's called
convenient.
writing yourself into a corner.
They did right. Well, it's hard not to write yourself into a corner when your two main protagonists literally cannot die. So
Yeah,
I give them a
but-
little leeway, I guess.
I thought that. So again, I don't know that much about Deadpool. So when the first time they fight and Wolverine says, let's see you grow a new head. And he goes, no, wait. I think that's him. I thought that was them saying, like, if I cut your head off, then you're dead.
No, he'll come back.
How do you come back from a cut off head?
Yeah.
No, he comes back.
That's definitely a Deadpool thing.
I mean, I've heard it.
Sure.
I've heard theories about it, but like from the movie
So,
itself.
Jeff, I'll tell you what I told them, which was I thought they were gonna do this thing at the end where
me
they
too.
blow up. Let's say they blow up at the end, right? I thought they were gonna do the thing in the comics where they come back from a drop of blood and like regenerate from that and become like a, just basically the same. I thought that's what they were gonna do, and I was gonna be like, dude,
Yeah,
that's crazy, but obviously it didn't turn out that way.
they didn't do that. They're just too awesome and in friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Deadpool was gonna die first, and then I was like, oh, he's gonna have his Logan moment, and then
Me too.
when Deadpool was gonna die, I thought, oh, Deadpool, jeez, when Wolverine was gonna die, I thought, oh, they're gonna give this Wolverine his Logan moment, and
Right,
then when
right,
they
right.
switched, I was like, oh, it's Deadpool that wants his Logan moment because he saw how cool Logan was when he died.
Yes,
I would have preferred one of them dying, to be honest, but
me too.
that's a minor thing.
Yeah, I don't really care that much. I'm not too mad about how they both escaped because,
Yeah,
I mean, they said it. They said that they set the rules and then they broke them, and I guess that's what they were trying to go for.
it's good though because in the end, Deadpool defeated the real enemy, which is himself, And I think that's a really good lesson because we are our own worst enemies in life.
That's
you know?
true.
Nobody
true.
criticizes you like you in life.
Unless you're
So
Wolverine,
that's-
he's really good at insulting people.
And jacked.
I agree with Jeff.
He's Jack.
So it was a
I
really
agree
good
with-
lesson for life.
Yeah, thank you, inspirational Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dario.
Is this a
This is
variant
an-
of Jeff?
yeah, it is.
Inspirational?
Yeah, he only talks in poster quotes. In the one of those,
You're more
the
profound.
cat is hanging and like keep going, you can do it.
Just hang on.
Just hang on and you'll get there.
Yeah. But it's a picture of Jeff.
It's still a cat though. It's just Jeff.
It's a Jeff cat.
I don't like cats. I don't like cats.
Yeah,
But cats like you. That's the
that's the whole point. No one likes cats.
likes cats. They're the
Yeah,
devil.
we're cat haters.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, that was our review of Deadpool
Wolverine.
and so thank you so much for watching. Any last things before we go?
I want to say,
Jeez.
in this weird year where a lot of weird things are going on,
Like you're single.
just remember
Yep.
what?
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna
No,
say.
go on.
Shout out, subscribe, like, and comment on this video.
I just want one message
that.
before we go.
Yes.
Kevin Feige, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, and I'm
you know
watching. Kevin, I'm watching you, and I'm watching what you're gonna do next. And you better start making the
wait.
right decisions. Okay.
I bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know that he's watching you. He watches
Come
you
at
when you
me.
sleep.
Come on over, Kevin, because I got eyes on you at all times.
He's
Do
got
the
eyes
right
on
thing.
you.
Do the right
Do the right thing.
Right thing.
Do the right thing,
I
Kevin.
watch Kevin's movies.
All right.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. And cut. Or we don't do that.
Wait, what is our thing? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bye.